Hey, what is going on? It's that time for Motivational Monday, Martin Luther King Day edition. Come on, somebody. I'm going to take a little break from the series that I've been doing on this Motivational Mondays to give honor and respect to Martin Luther King. Every single Martin Luther King Day, I watch his I Have a Dream speech. It's just, man, beautiful, beautiful oration, and I freaking love it. And I feel like it inspires me all the time, every single year. Should probably listen to it more often. But what I wanted to share with you guys today is just some things that I have gleaned from Martin Luther King, specifically from that speech and just from his life. Super impactful. He made the most of his time on earth. And so one of the things, as I was just taking notes while I was watching his speech, is just realizing that he used his greatest weapon in his fight for equality. And this was not a gun, this was not a knife, this was not him fighting, but his greatest weapon was his diction, okay? His words. He was a great orator. He was a fantastic orator. I mean, you see all of his speeches, man, it's just amazing what he was able to accomplish through the gift of his words, okay? It was super powerful. What he did is, man, he constantly used visuals to portray his message. And that's really what vision is, right? When you are casting vision as a leader, you are painting a picture of a future that you want people to, grasp. And it's super important to use visuals. And like some of the visuals that he used in the I Have a Dream speech, he talked about a promissory note that America needed, that America defaulted on. They basically promised the inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness to all people. And this was not the case for Black people at this juncture in history. And so that promissory note, that defaulting on a loan, like using that imagery was powerful in his speech. All right. I loved how, man, just looking at the speech, how he constantly used truth. He used the truth that was in the Constitution. He used the truth of, man, what our country was founded on. And that was his platform for his speech and a lot of his movement that he caused. Other things, if you're in speaking or whatever, the power of this is his inflection and ability to use pauses. If you watch the speech, which I encourage you to go watch the speech, man, just the way that he used inflection in his voice, which is basically the tonality, your voice, going up and down in the way that you're talking in your tone. You use that to convey power, and using specific pauses in certain junctures of his message to convey power. Super powerful. Some of the highlights, some of the key lines. One of the ones that he said was, "Look, we must not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred." Bars. Seriously, so powerful. He said, "We will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream." He wanted his kids to not be judged by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. It's just powerful, just diction that he used to really start a revolution, and a nonviolent, revolution. I love how, man, even in all of the, violence that was happening to the African American culture at the time, his response was not to step out in violence, but was actually to have a peaceful protest. one of the last things that I want to give you guys is, man, just super powerful. And I notice it every single time I watch the speech, is just how he internalized his message. Okay. When he starts to go off on his "I have a dream" mantra, you can notice this. He literally only looks at his notes 3 times. He looks at his notes 3 times. That means that last part, I feel like he was, man, just going off the cuff with it. But it was super powerful that he internalized that message so much so that, man, it was in him. That dream was in him. Man, he literally had that dream, and it's so easy to communicate from something that is internal, that is like coming from the inside, that you're so passionate about. And that's probably his most famous speech, and it's just so powerful, So I want to leave you guys with that. I always like to keep these short and sweet. Hope you guys are motivated by the life of Martin Luther King today. And, man, go out and, man, follow your dreams. Man, make something happen. Hope you guys have a great day.